You're probably sitting on your patio, looking at that blank wall and thinking, I need a TV that actually works out here, not just a glorified indoor screen that will melt in the sun. The worry is real. You've heard stories about outdoor sets that look great in the showroom but end up turning into a blurry, hot slab after a few weeks. You want something that will survive rain, dust, and the occasional heat wave, while still giving you crisp movies on a summer evening and a decent signal when the kids are watching cartoons under the gazebo. That's the exact problem the Westinghouse 55-inch smart outdoor TV tries to solve, and the link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's break down why this TV might be the right fit for you, and where it could fall short. First, the biggest selling point is its 700 nit brightness. In a typical backyard setup, the sun hits the screen at a shallow angle around noon, and most indoor TVs lose contrast the moment a single beam of light hits them. With 700 nits, the Westinghouse pushes enough light to stay visible even when you're partially shaded by a pergola or a tree. I've seen people set up similar brightness levels in a covered patio and still get a readable picture at 3 p.m., which is rare for most indoor models. For viewers who love watching sports or YouTube videos while the grill is firing, that extra punch really matters. Temperature resistance is another practical consideration. Outdoor units often overheat because they're sealed like a refrigerator, and the cooling fans can't keep up when the ambient temperature hits 95 F, 35 C. Westinghouse claims an intelligent cooling system that throttles performance to keep the panel within safe limits. In real-world terms, that means you can leave the TV on for a full movie without it shutting down halfway through because the internal components got too hot. If you plan to have a poolside movie night that runs past midnight, this cooling approach could save you the embarrassment of a sudden blackout. The IP55 rating is where the waterproof claim actually holds water. IP55 means it can handle any low-pressure water spray from any direction. Think light rain, splashing from a pool, or a sudden downpour that lasts a few minutes. It also protects against dust ingress, which is a big deal if your garden is a bit dusty during dry seasons. The tempered glass front with anti-glare coating adds another layer of durability. It's designed to shrug off a stray frisbee or the occasional pet paw without cracking. For families with kids who love to play outside or homeowners who host barbecues, that kind of resilience is worth the premium. Now, let's talk about the smart side. The TV runs XUMO's TV OS, which is a stripped-down, fast-loading platform focused on streaming channels and apps. You get Wi-Fi built in and Apple AirPlay too, so you can cast a video from your iPhone or iPad without needing a separate dongle. The interface is clean, and because it's essentially a Chrome-based system, the apps load quickly even on a modest broadband connection. If you're primarily using the TV to stream Netflix, YouTube, or Disney+, you'll find everything you need. However, the trade-off is that you won't get the full library of apps you'd see on a mainstream smart TV like Roku or Samsung's Tizen. There's no built-in Netflix app on the base system, so you'd have to rely on casting from your phone or using the XUMO channel lineup, which leans heavily on free ad-supported content. Who should buy this? If you have a dedicated outdoor space where you spend a lot of time, think a covered patio, a garden gazebo, or even a screened-in porch, this TV is built for the environment. It's especially good for people who enjoy watching sports, movies, or YouTube tutorials while the sun is still up, and who need something that can brave a drizzle without a protective cover. Homeowners in climates that experience both hot summers and mild winters will appreciate the extreme temperature tolerance, as the device won't need a separate enclosure or constant monitoring. Also, if you're a DIY type who wants to mount a screen on a wall or under a shelter and don't want to worry about water damage, the reinforced rear housing makes mounting straightforward. Who should skip it? If you're looking for a high-end picture processing machine with HDR10+ and Dolby Vision, you'll be disappointed. The panel focuses on brightness and durability, not on premium color grading. Also, if you want a full suite of smart apps including the latest gaming platforms or a robust voice assistant ecosystem, this TV's XUMO OS may feel limiting. Finally, if your outdoor area is completely shaded all day, you could save a few $100s by opting for a high-quality indoor TV with a simple weatherproof cover. The extra cost is primarily justified by the brightness and the IP55 seal. Without those challenges, the value proposition drops. Let's look at some practical strengths that stand out after the box is opened. The mount comes with pre-drilled holes that align with standard.